you guys. Happy Easter. It's late. I'm planning to do a live reading later because, as you know, we went through this full moon. The astrometeorology, that is weather forecasting through astrology, is phenomenal. Crazy over what happened in, see, I'm already speechless just thinking about what happened over SOSO, Mississippi today with the dual tornadoes. It's all in the chart, so I'm going to go do that later. And so while I was kind of putting stuff together to look at this, I just glanced at the full moon chart here that we had over Washington, D.C. I was like, oh, you know, the moon, it's moved into Capricorn over here in the second house, this area of income and gain, values. I was like, oh, Two of Cups. Who's got the Two of Cups right now? Because I want to see what they're up to. And then the astrology card said, look to the 10th house world. Well, then I want to see who's got the Hierophant over here. And then the 10th house said goes to the 8th house of beginnings and endings. Oh, 8th house, 5 cups. That's what we're looking at. Oh, wait till you see this. I think we have a breakthrough on what's going on with the Russia-China connection and money and defense and Mitch and Donald. Just saying, this is for entertainment purposes only. I do not even have a little sign. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off here. The moon is here. Now, I want to see who has the Two of Cups. The people that had the Two of Cups here, that was D0D Esper. That was the only person. I thought Mitch did, but he doesn't. He has it in the first house, so I wonder if this started with Mitch yesterday and it's moving to D0D Esper today. So, D0D Esper, you have, oh, I gotta take this off. You have the Two of Cups for an agreement. You have an agreement in the second house of gains, income, values. So you have an agreement with somebody. I want to know what this agreement is and who is it with, because it goes to the government. It's crowning Washington, D.C. It seems kind of important, Esper. The Ten of Pentacles. So he has an agreement in the area of income, money gains, values, votes, with the Ten of Pentacles, which is the Trump dynasty. Okay, what's that agreement about? The Ten of Cups, the Republican Party. Balancing the money and the data, going back and forth. Whoops. The King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So, King of Swords is someone. I don't know who. I'll look that up later. And having some secret talks with them. So he's got something going on with the government between the Trump campaign, the Republican Party transferring money and data to have secret talks somewhere else with the King of Swords, maybe a leader of another nation. And so, oh, I know who this is. I think this is Ben Carson with HUD. Because when I looked to see who had the Hierophant card in the 10th house, there were two people who had it. HUD, Housing Urban Development, and the virtual learning program in Morocco. Now, remember, when we looked at HUD, they seem to be a real center, a pivotal point in transferring monies, resources, going to China and Russia. So here we go. So oops. So his agreement is with the Trump campaign. In the government, we're going to look to HUD. I think that's what the King of Swords is. So King of Swords, HUD / Ben Carson, what is your agreement with D0D Esper as far as money, value, votes? An assault, a plan, an info op, a psyop. to transfer money and data because of a tower moment. What's this tower moment? The tower moment is the sun, the President of the United States, with Russia and China. So you got that. So D0D Esper has an agreement with the Trump dynasty for the Republican Party to transfer this money and data. I forgot what the next card was. Over, and it was going to the 10th house, which we determined to be HUD, Ben Carson. And he now takes that information and is going to transfer it somewhere else because Donald is having a tower moment with Russia and China. And I bet it has to do with the cerveza virus. So let's look at my notes. So Esper has this agreement, the Two of Cups, and this said to transfer it to the Hierophant, which is HUD. Because HUD also, how are they related? They were the only one that drew this card in the 10th house, except for the virtual learning. Okay, do you understand how we got there? Esper was the only one with this card here, and then HUD and virtual learning in Morocco were the only ones with the Hierophant in the 10th house. Okay, so then I want to know, well, Esper, what did you have in the 10th house? If you're transferring something over to the 10th house, he had the sun, and so did Donald, so did the intelligence agencies, and so did Rick Grenell with the intelligence communities. And so did Ambassador Rosenblum. He's the ambassador to Uzbekistan who got a ton of PPE last week. So, Donald, what is Esper delivering to you in the 10th house from income? Why do you and Esper match there? Because he's got an agreement with Esper. Because he's having a tower moment. Hello. With the Republican Party. You can't make this up. Okay. So, intelligence community. Why do you have the sun in the 10th house? Because Esper and Donald also have the sun in the 10th house. And you know HUD has the Hierophant in the 10th. What are you looking at, intelligence community? I see the Knight of Pentacles. Someone is transferring money. Someone's a mercenary. Someone's giving something up. To the King of Cups, Russia. Through justice. Oh, justified because they're going through the law and the agencies. For the Trump dynasty. Rick Grenell, why do you have the 10th house sun? What are you doing? Because you started off with secret talks with the Three of Pentacles. With Donald in the 10th and Esper. What are you doing, Rick Grenell, the new IC guy? Why do you have the sun in the 10th? Because of the Queen of Swords, because of impeachment. You're fighting back with Facebook. He's one of the Knight of Swords with intelligence to bear Donald's burdens. Because this, remember, this is all retaliation for being impeached. So, the virtual learning in Morocco, they had the Hierophant over Washington, D.C. as well. And the guy there that was in charge of that, he was a real weirdo. The other people that have this Hierophant in the... No. Erase. So, virtual learning guy in Morocco, why do you have the Hierophant here in Washington, D.C.? Because of the world. Consummation. A successful end to their journey. With HUD, it's successful because of the star. Photos. and new money, because that's how they're getting their new money. Do you see this? From the Trump dynasty. That's how, revelation, because that's how they're getting their money. Through the government, through HUD, because Esper set them up. Because the virtual learning in Morocco, you know, the second house told us to look to the 10th house. This is what Morocco has. Well, I want to know what was feeding their card here. The card that they had here feeding them was the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is Donald's burdens. He's totally done. So now we know that the virtual learning in Morocco got the new money. Don Julio, wait, the 10 of Swords is because the Queen of Cups, the United States of America, the coronavirus, because of the coronavirus, remember they got PPE and more money through USAID. So virtual learning, because of the United States and the coronavirus, an angry Putin or MBS, they have their the 10 of Swords in their back. So Ben Carson, HUD, is helping facilitate this Ace of Pentacles. Holy effing crap, you guys. So I'm going to take this another step further. The other people with the 10 of Swords, like the virtual learning person in Morocco, was the New York Attorney General, so they know, thumbs up. India and Captain Croziel, but I think Captain Croziel, he's different. So, second house says look to the 10th house. Then the 10th house, the astrology says go to the 8th house of beginnings and endings. Sacrifice, we have Neptune there. 5 of Cups is here in this area of shared resources. And the 5 of Cups for me represents Russia or China. So, who had the 5 of Cups at this full moon? You know, this paper. Who had the 5 of Cups in this 8th house? I'll tell you who. Laos. The government of Laos. They got PPE. The Department of Transportation. Hello, Elaine Chow. Also, and then Esper had this in his 8th house, the 5 of Cups too. So he is transferring the money. Can you believe this, mofo? So the 5 of Cups. Esper, why do you have the 5 of Cups here in the 8th house of shared resources? I mean, you just handed stuff off to HUD. And HUD is handing it off to Morocco, but you're standing over here too. Why? What do you get out of this, Mr. Department of so-called Defense? You are the devil. He's the freaking devil. Because he has a shared resource with the devil, which is Putin. And he's just going to retreat and pretend like nobody can see him. Because he's going to carry out... Oh my God, he's handing off the op. So now the op is being shared. So Esper's handing the op off to Russia. And then we're going to take whatever op. They're just sharing that information op back and forth. My God. And he's going to investigate what to do with this and where to disseminate this. You know, I will tell you, the Department of Defense, today I saw something where they're starting to come under attack through other countries, Russia and China. Oh my God, I wonder if this is it. This is the info op. Russia and China right now are blaming the Department of Defense for something related to coronavirus. What a coincidence. I think this is the op. And they're setting up this op. This is so typical. To set something up for everybody to talk about so nobody sees the transfer of funds and data behind the scenes. Just like, I think this hydroxychloroquine, whatever that is, everybody's talking about it. Why? So nobody can see what's going on behind the scenes with everyone who was at Davos in Switzerland in January and all the people who are invested, and Larry Kudlow. There's so many people involved in this. So they make up crap, so we go look at everything else but the thing we're supposed to look at, except for me, Esper. I can see you. I'm watching you. My God. So who else has a China-Russia interest here? Department of Transportation. Shared Resources Department of Transportation. What are you doing with Esper there in Shared Resources? He's hanging out with Putin, Trump, Russia. Department of Transportation is, oh, shut the front door. They're managing the whole thing with Russia, from elections to overseeing how everything is getting transferred all over. Holy hell. So think about the Department of Transportation being a notch above Esper and our Department of Defense. Elaine Chao, she has to be the back channel Department of Defense, and she pulls rank over Esper. Holy crap. What else, Department of Defense? Oh, yay, Three of Pentacles. We're all hanging out here having fun together, talking about the op and the Ace of Swords, the info op. This is the coordination with U.S., Russia. What else are you guys doing? Oh, here's the propaganda machine. We do this all the time. It's like an exercise. We do this all the time. The exchange, going back and forth. The Page of Cups. Are you telling me that Esper is the freaking Page of Cups? Is that who is the Page of flipping cups? And there's the Queen of Wands. Hi, Nancy. Oh my gosh, Pelosi. Hi, how you doing? Nice of you to show up. What do you know about this, Speaker Pelosi? The money ops going on, the money news. She knows about the secret talks. She knows about the money. She flipping knows. And she knows. I'm speechless. So she knows. So I kind of feel like the reason why these things go on, because they have to cover all their bases. Because remember, Donald was acquitted from impeachment. She's going to nail every single one of them. They have to have receipts. They have to have everything in place, because this is a worldwide operation. I mean, someone in Laos goes down, they're going to let people know around the world right away. Same with the learning guy in Morocco. This is a transnational mob. And because Speaker Pelosi knows about, like, I feel better. And I see our intel and FBI all over the place. But there's only so much we can do. One thing at a time. We're getting there. Okay, and Laos PPE. Why do you have the Five of Cups here? Esper has it. Department of Transportation has it. Neptune sacrifice. What's your shared resource here with these yahoos? Laos. In Laos and PPE, what's going on? Oh my God. The Trump dynasty is why. To benefit the Trump dynasty. They're giving him money. That is how Trump is getting back the money. Sorry, I don't mean to yell at you guys. I'm pointing really hard and it kind of hurt my finger. Holy crap. So they're getting the money through dark money, and through agency money, and through people who have, at the sacrifice of our people on the front line needing PPE, and the people who are locked out of health care. That's where the money's going. And the Republican Party. That's where the freaking money is going. Holy crap. Oh, Department of Transportation. You know, they got here to the Five of Cups, how they're distributing stuff. They are distributing stuff because remember the 10th house? The government said look to the 8th house of beginnings of endings. Transportation had the Five of Cups here. They distribute it. And the 10th house had the freaking Chariot. The Chariot moves things around. So and Laos, PPE with the... They have the Page of Cups again. And D0D Esper is the flipping Page of Cups. Okay, I've had enough. I just want to make sure I get this out there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't freak out. Just please don't freak out. This is shocking, shocking stuff. But the people who need to know are in the know. They're on it. These guys are just such flipping idiots. Okay. Okay. Bye. We'll see you later. See you. Love you. Miss you.